All right, what we have here is our two bat tanks. Bat tank standing for Bosky Aquatic Tank. We have our outlet valve, our outlet valve or suction valve. This is gonna pull water from this bat tank via the pump. We're gonna filter that water through our filter pod trailer and go ahead and inject that water into our second bat tank. From this bat tank here, it's gonna go to the actual frac site, treated produced water. The way we get started up, we're gonna open up the first valve. Then we'll head over to the filter pod. We'll open up the inlet valves.
Both inlets and the filter pods are already open.
On the back side of the filter pod, we'll go ahead and we're gonna open up the outlet valves on both tanks or both pots. You have your first one for side 1 and then your outlet valve for side 2. Once the filter pod is actually open, inlet and outlet are open, we're gonna come over to our tank that we're gonna place that water into or pump the water into. We're gonna open up those inlet valves. We keep these valves closed because of flow back. What happens is if we actually leave those valves open, the water will start flowing back from here, back into our filter pot. From there, we'll go over to our diesel pumps. And we'll start those up. First thing we do is going to press the red button, ignition switch. Going to hold that and turn the ignition key. We're going to hold that button for approximately 6 seconds. And we're going to idle that pump up to our desired rate or RPMs, which will be 1200 in this case. Once we have our pump set to our desired RPMs, we'll come back over here on the back side of our filter pod, and what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and check our flow meters. The flow meter for side 1 right now is registering that we are flowing 12,000. I'm sorry, well, it's going to fluctuate. This is going to be our barrels per day, and this is our actual flow rate or barrel count. So we've actually pumped 246,142 barrels. On this one, we have a rate fluctuating 13,865 barrels per day, and our barrel count is 326,953 barrels. And of course, those numbers go up. The rate itself will go up depending on how many RPMs we're pushing on that pump. Okay, now we're going to shut it down. And everything you're going to do while shutting down is we're going to go in reverse order. So we're going to go back over here to our pump, and we're going to idle that pump down to 800 RPMs. Once we get to 800 RPMs, we'll go ahead and turn the key off. And the reason we idle the pump down is because if we start it up and we're above, say, 1,000 RPMs or even higher than that, there's a spider clutch or a belt inside the pump itself. And if we idle that up with a lot of RPMs on it, it'll go ahead, it'll break that clutch. And then we just shut our tanks in. We'll shut our filter pod in opposite order of what we did. So we'll shut off the outlet on the back side, shut off the inlet on the front side to seal off our filter pot. We'll close our valves on the tank that we're pumping into to prevent backflow. And we'll go ahead and shut the valves from the tank that we're actually pumping from.